Hello, brothers and sisters. Thanks for joining me again. I want to do a quick follow up about a story out of the UK from back in January. Police arrest parents who complained in a WhatsApp group. The couple were detained in front of their daughter and kept in a cell for 8 hours over their messages on the app, as well as emails sent to the school. We see here the arrival of 6 police officers at the parents' home was captured by a CCTV camera. So, 6 officers because of something someone said in a WhatsApp group. And what did they say? If I remember right, the mom or the dad was complaining that they hadn't followed proper procedure in appointing a new headmaster or headmistress, something like that. And they were just in a WhatsApp group complaining about that with other parents. Somebody screenshotted that and reported them to the police for harassment, and the police showed up. And if I remember right, the couple were actually arrested, detained for a few hours, and had to go through months of investigation before the police finally dropped charges because there was no crime. It shows how Karens in the UK can report you for anything to the police, and then the police don't do any critical thinking. They just come and nick you because they feel like it, especially if it's something that the DEI woke establishment doesn't like, because they control the police. We all know that in the UK. And the police don't really seem to actually follow the law in the UK. Tell me if I'm wrong. To be fair, I'm sure there are lots of good police in the UK who actually do the right thing and follow the law, but there's plenty that don't, as these videos show. But now there have been new developments in the case, and I saw this story from about a week ago. Parents get a £20,000 payout after unlawful arrest over school WhatsApp row. Rosalind Levine told Radio 4 she and her husband were detained by 6 Hertfordshire police officers in front of their young daughter earlier this year. A couple who were arrested after they complained about their daughter's primary school on a WhatsApp app say they have agreed to a £20,000 payout from the police after admitted their arrest was unlawful. Rosalind Levine and her partner, Maxie Allen, were detained by 6 Hertfordshire police officers in front of their young daughter on 29 January before being held at the police station for 11 hours over complaints about the school. This is outrageous. They were arrested on suspicion of harassment, malicious communication, and causing a nuisance on school property. So I guess they must have visited the school as well at some point as part of it. We need to get the politicians in Parliament to change this Malicious Communications Act and this Online Safety Act. They basically give the police and the government license to arrest anyone they like over anything you say. There's no free speech in the UK. Tell me if I'm wrong. The couple said the arrest came after their 9-year-old daughter, Sasha's school, Cowley Hill Primary in Borehamwood, Hertfordshire, raised objections over them sending multiple emails and raising criticisms on a parent's WhatsApp group. The offending messages were never disclosed to the couple, who said when they looked back on the parents' group chat, the spiciest thing they could find was when Miss Levine called a senior figure in the school a control freak. I've said a lot worse than that. I still think next time I come back, the SAS is going to be waiting for me in Heathrow. So I probably need to wait till after Labor is out before I come back to the UK and saner heads are in control. Hertfordshire police originally defended the arrest, but they have now admitted it was unlawful and agreed to pay $20,000 payout in damages, plus costs, according to the couple. You think this is a good outcome? It's unfortunate for the parents that they had to go through all of this nonsense. Don't just immediately give up on these things. Stay the course, get these abuses in front of the courts, sue them, make them admit they messed up. It's the only way we can get things to change, because in this case, they absolutely were not following the law. Somebody explain to me how it can be a crime to criticize a school in a WhatsApp group. I don't understand the laws in the UK, but I think people do that all the time without getting arrested. And obviously, the police have agreed it was now unlawful. So definitely an abuse of police power. Speaking on BBC Radio 4 Today program, Mr. Allen said, for us, the main thing really was the liability that the arrest was unlawful. That's what mattered most to us, because that for us is the recognition that this is something that shouldn't have happened. And the events really put a lot of people through the ringer. I mean, apart from us, there was our 3-year-old daughter who was there when the police came to our house. Our other daughter, who missed her parents for the day, our neighbors were left in tears, and our family members. So this is a vindication for quite a lot of people, not just for us. The neighbors start thinking, you're a bad sort because the police are coming around when you've done nothing wrong. And yeah, your kids had to watch this. When asked how the children had coped since the incident, Miss Levine told The Independent, the girls are doing okay. However, it's been a stressful time for them all. At the center of all this, which at times gets forgotten, is a young vulnerable child who was forced to move schools and leave all of her friends behind. Yeah, if I remember right, during this row, the family had actually decided that they weren't going to get satisfaction from the school, so had already made arrangements to move their child to another school before the police came up and arrested them. Again, outrageous. Thankfully, she settled in nicely to her new school, and they've all been incredible there. Francesca, our youngest, is doing well too. She started school in September and is getting on amazingly. I hope that within time, we all put this nightmare behind us. In the meantime, we're pleased that the police have admitted that the arrest was unlawful and should never have happened. Miss Levine described the moment she opened the door to a swarm of officers because she thought they might be calling to tell her their daughter Sasha was dead. Yeah, 6 police officers showing up at your house. I might call that a swarm. It seems a little excessive for mean WhatsApp posts, doesn't it? Were there no murderers or rapists or people with sharp, pointy objects needing to be arrested? They could afford 6 police to go pick up a middle-aged couple for mean tweets or posts on WhatsApp, really? And they're always complaining the police don't have enough resources, right? It's because they're sending 6 for nonsense like this. She has epilepsy, and people can die from epilepsy, and I just felt certain that's what they were there to tell me about. They wouldn't tell me immediately why they were there. They asked me to go in the house, which I went in. Then they asked me to go in the living room. It was probably no more than about 30 seconds, but those 30 seconds were, I would say, the worst of it all, because in that moment, I knew that Sasha was dead. Mom's being a little melodramatic here. Thank God I was wrong, and I was relieved when I was just being arrested. The couple had been in dispute with the school for a number of months, according to the Times, after they had been banned from entering the premises, including being blocked from attending their parents' evening for their daughter Sasha, who suffers from epilepsy and is neurodivergent and registered disabled. The force's lawyers admitted this month that the criteria for arrest under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act were not made out, which rendered the arrest unlawful. Hertfordshire Constabulary agreed to pay out £10,000 to each Mr. Allen and Miss Levine, noting that the sum was significantly above that required by the case law, according to the newspaper. I think they should have been fined more. This needs to be a lesson to the police to not overstep. A spokesperson for Hertfordshire Constabulary said, whilst there were no issues of misconduct involving any officer in relation to this matter, Hertfordshire Constabulary has accepted liability solely on the basis that the legal test around necessity for arrest was not met at this instance. Did we really need to arrest them? Could we not have just come and said, hey, can you come down for a voluntary inquiry? I know that they say that. I probably would have refused myself and made them arrest me. But do you need 6 to arrest them? Really? I think 2 would be sufficient. But 6? Really? Do you need 6? Therefore, Miss Haddo Allen and Miss Levine were wrongfully arrested and detained in January. It would be inappropriate to make further comment at this stage. Yeah, they always get off with it would be inappropriate when they don't want to talk. What do I think? This was a good result. It's unfortunate they had to do this. This is chilling on people's speech because no one wants to be bothered by the police. No one wants to be arrested. No one wants to spend 10, 11 hours in custody and months later of their time with working with lawyers to get this overturned. So this is a form of censorship by the government. The government has decided that certain speech shouldn't be allowed, so it's okay for the police to censor it. And it is censorship because you self-censor so that you don't have to face these consequences. Or it's Karens who just report you, and then the police don't look if an actual crime has actually been committed before they go out and arrest you. So don't let this keep happening, Britain. Hold the police to account. Make sure they get proper training. Make sure the police officers that are being hired are fit for purpose. Don't hire just for woke DEI, multicultural diversity reasons. That's all nonsense. I think I saw a poll the other day on the BBC that only 5% of Britons feel that multiculturalism is working. It obviously isn't. And so all of these things are what is weakening Britain and the social cohesion in Britain. And the police are running amok. Hey, let me know what you think. If I got it right, if I got it wrong. And if you like this, like and subscribe. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Thanks. Bye.